グリサイアの果実。
Bonjour Watcher, this is Johnny Banger 45. Welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. In the last episode, we have seen they have gone dating, but a trendy dating. I was like,
続きからよ。
wow, a trendy dating, birth of a ranger. I'm gonna go down at me. Among those days, these whole days, I just was her suggestion. She secretly and earnestly outside that he didn't go well. You have a point. I might have been taking advantage of Sachi's tolerant nature on this one. And for someone who understands how Sachi's mind was and why that's fundamentally wrong, even when it comes to something as small as this.
ここからは本当に真剣な話なんだけど、ユージはさっちゃんがこの学園にいる理由を知ったんでしょ？
And she delivers the question in slightly lower tone of her voice. Amanda's eyes both searching into mine. What makes you say that?
とぼけても無駄。いくらさっちゃんが幼馴染だったからって何の理由もなくユージが付き合うことにしたなんて言い出すはずないもの。
Amanda declares this without so much a moment's hesitation. There's a black matter of the fact certain in her voice. In other words, this woman is absolutely confident that she understands me. Guess there's a point pretending that.
やっぱりそうなんだ。
Yeah, I know about the incident that brought Sachi to this school, and I know about the trauma at the root of it all. On the basis of that knowledge, I thought long and hard of what I could do for Sachi as she is today, and ultimately, I decided to become a couple who will essentially step in that process.
言ってることはわかるけど、それは本当に必要なことだったの？
Getting our way involved is going to cut in. The law of Sachi imposes that is too brutal and too dangerous for that. You all saw for yourself what can happen when those shackles bind her too tightly, didn't you? Honey gently closes her eyes and holds her silent for a long moment.
じゃあ最後に一つ聞かせてほしいんだけど、何かしてあげたいって思ったのはユージがさっちゃんのことを好きになったから？
And when her eyes open and they communicate a serious warning, don't even think about trying to dodge the question. To be completely honest, I don't really know whether I love Sachi or not. But I do know that I was drawn to her or something she has that I don't. And I was completely serious about choosing her. I shut my eyes and honestly put my feeling to as what I can. After that, I hear Amanda sigh softly.
そっか。正直に答えてくれてありがとう。
Amanda's always approached me with straightforward affection and kindness. In retrospect, I probably should have done the courtesy for making this equally clear from the start. But I mind if I ask you a question of my own?
いいけど、どんなこと？
What is Sachi to you, Amanda?
もちろん大切な友達に決まってるじゃない。
Once more, her response comes out without a moment's hesitation. A friend, huh?
だってさっちゃんはすごくいい子だし、さっちゃんがいてくれて助かったことも楽しかったこともたくさんあるもの。だから私以外の誰に同じ質問をしても絶対同じ答えが返ってくるって私は思ってるけど。
As she said those words, there I almost brought a smile on Amanda's face. Anyone who saw them, especially recently, know those words aren't mere politely flattering. Good to hear that. I'm all more convinced now. Mumbling that more to myself than Amanda, I finally eased off my heel, flopping down cross-legged onto the warm concrete.
それってどういうこと？
Well, to put it simply, right now, I think Sachi needs people like you more than anything else in the world.
ごめん、ユージの言ってることがよくわからないんだけど。
Well, that's alright. It's more convincing for me that way.
何よそれ。それじゃあ私が納得できないってば。
Alright then, it's not complicated. Since you call Sachi your family, I want to ask you a little favor on her behalf.
頼み？
That's right. If you really care about Sachi, I want you to keep treating her exactly as you have until now.
今までと同じってそんな普通のことでいいの？
I don't think anyone in this place, myself included, had nearly enough of that sort of ordinary in their life. I'm not trying to say it's as simple as that, but what Sachi needs right now is to realize what she has. That's just purposely a bit on the opaque side. Not exactly the concrete expansion of my plans Amanda was clearly looking for. But without a single complaint, she finally searches for the meaning of those words on her own.
分かった。そうすることで私も何かを手伝えるって言うならユージの言う通りにする。でもそれはユージに言われたからとかじゃなくてさっちゃんの友達として当然のことなんだからね。
Yeah, thank you, Amani.
ユージってそんなに素直にお礼が言えるんだ。
You say something?
なんでもない。
Alright.
それとさ、ユージは気づいてないかもしれないけど、さっちゃんと一緒にいる時のユージ、笑ってることが多くなったよ。
What?
ユージのことをずっと見てきた私が言うんだから間違いないって。
Putting a hand on her ears as she speaks, Amane splashes me in a small smile that there's a little too spirit to be fully convinced. Amane.
じゃあユージへのお説教タイムはここらで終わりにするとして、頼み事をされた私の方からもユージに一つだけお願い事。
What would that be?
私を振って別の女の子を選んだからには、さっちゃんのことちゃんと幸せにしてあげてよね。
Damn, son. With a little way, Amane props turns on her ears and leaves the rooftop. Look at me, getting a full king kind close treatment from women. Women's got a lot of very delicacy, I guess. And why I don't want to suggest a gender gives her some universal insight into a female mind. She taught me a lot of things in her role as an unofficial ambassador of young women. I smile more often than when I'm with Sachi-chan. And it will have been aware. Maybe the reason I chose Sachi has something to do with that as well. Either way, I already found myself in the back to my classmates inside kindness. For once, it seems Chizuru's advice myself is generally worth listening to. On a summer morning holiday, I despite its full source the trip for the Kikara, Sachi devotes herself to her self-imposed duty that dresses her always in a long sleeve mid uniform.
ニュフニュフ
I wonder if this is my brother hell the rich keep giving.
誰が妖怪よ。
I'll tell all you want, but I've been hearing some listening low please drastic from your direction for a while.
それはあんたの手が気持ちよくなかったから、つい変な声が出ちゃっただけよ。
So you mean to bizarre noise and random intervals without conscious intent ever been tested for Tourette syndrome?
いやいや、私のはそういうんじゃないから大丈夫。
Well, if you say so.
そんなことより、いくら彼女に楽をさせるためでも他の女の子に尽くしてばかりで大丈夫なの？
No worries on that front. We have got a day schedule after this.
ああ、そうですか。今ここの気温は確実に1度は上昇したわね。
Michiru finds herself vigorously with one hand, her face conquering an intersection I haven't seen since the last time I mistook a lukewarm. Flavor was so for barley tea and glued it all down. Sachi and I arranged the day in question yesterday. Shortly after my little pep talk from Amane, returning to the actually great grounds, I found Sachi still maintaining a quick respectable standpoint. Similarly, from the boss of soy sauce drip milk, no night with marking out exercise. I apologize for my lack of consideration. Fully expecting such standards, I don't mind the least in this price. But in somewhat unusual turn of events, she instead asked, in that case, what shall we do for the rest of the day? It's still after a brief discussion, we decided to wipe the state clean of our half-assed birthday and give it a fresh start the next day. Alright, we done. I give it just a light down on the shoulders to single completion of a day request.
ありがとう。
Standing for the bed sheet we worked really long on. Michiru reaches out and examines my work with her own hand.
なかなかやるわね、ユージ。房の太さ、左右のバランス、どれをとってもサチと遜色ないくらいよ。
But I have seen her do this once or twice, so I had an example to work off.
それだけで完全コピーできるあんたって何者？もう遅いから帰っておいで。眠いのならキスをしておやすみ。
おやすみなさい。As in January, I noticed Sachi actually singing a Latino song as she was, something of her first.
これを口ずさんでるってことは今日のサチは機嫌がいいみたいね。
Really?
そう、普段はマキナが作った変な歌を歌わせられてるから、これが聴けるのは機嫌がいい時だけってわけ。
That's a fact. They might be relatively loose on the personality and Sachi to warmer after this first trip. In other words, Sachi must be attached to the point where you can occasionally override the standard system of prioritization. She has some special affection for that song.
さあ、そこまでは知らないけど、気になるなら直接本人に聞いてみたらいいんじゃない？
Can't only see that I'm not curious, but I suppose the point of thing is knowing what it means. But her mood, prying into the exact details could be counterproductive.
それと、私が頼みたかった用事はもうなくなったから、あとはサチとイチャイチャしてくれていいわよ。
Appreciate it. To demonstrate my gratitude, I let you watch.
ちょっ
！Hey, Sachi, have a second.
お呼びでしょうか、ご主人様。
Sachi throws right away when I call out today, offering a gritty that inspired through his spectacular grimace on me from Michiru. You're looking a little pale in the face there, Michiru, my friend. Just now realize that you forgot to eat breakfast.
朝ごはんならちゃんと食べたわよ。サチが作ってくれたハニートーストです。っていうかあんた、サチにご主人様とか呼ばせてるわけ？
No, I don't recall forcing her to do that or giving any indication I wanted her to.
となると、
はい、私なりに気を使ってみました。
そっか。なんていうか、ユージも大変よね。
I'll be fine. You hang in there yourself, alright? It's always darkest before the dawn.
ありがとう。って慰めたつもりが慰められてる。
Eventually, Rangers a frustrated confusion. Sachi smiles me across the hair in my direction. They just very blunt and request for another those first panic suggestions, but unfortunately, while your attention was good, I wasn't what the on her back on the head.
そうですか。
I intuitively mentioned Sachi's always no confident on her actions despite this obviously disappointed not. But judging from the way she's quietly presented herself for the attention, Michiru's assessment of her mood seems to be relatively accurate. So how far have you got a friend with the courtyard?
今日の範囲が終わったので、明日の分に突入しようとしていたところです。
In that case, I'd like you to get going before this thing gets any. But before I can finish the thought, there's a distinctive sound of a certain engine joining us. A sound that can only mean one thing.
あれ、この音って。
JB? Yes, she's here.
みたいですね。
ユージー、久しぶり。
After saying goodbye to Michiru, who apparently find County General Blonde's somewhat distressing, Sachi and I make our way to the front gate. JB is leaning against her far, she pulls my way in our direction. Looks, did I tell you to give me advance warning of your visits?
今日はたまたま仕事の用事で近くを通ったから、ちょっと顔を見ていこうと思っただけよ。
Looks like you are done by.
相変わらずレディーに対して冷たいわね。サチは大丈夫？ユージに冷たくされたりしてない？
はい、昨日もユウくんと2人でたくさん汗を流しました。
ユージから付き合うことになったって報告を受けてからまだ1週間も経っていないけど、もうそんなことになっているの
？Just to make things perfectly clear, Sachi's referred to training physical exercise that's sort of hot and sweaty.
そうよね。お姉さんちょっとびっくりしちゃった。
That's my girlfriend for you, just full of surprises.
なるほどね。
Anyway, since when you two this friendly?
そうそう。ここまで来るのも結構大変だったのよ。初めてサチに会った時なんか、ほうきを竹槍のように構えられて、せいやーつって威嚇されたんだから。
あの時はハルデラさんが不審者に見えてしまったもので、本当にすみませんでした。
もう謝らなくてもいいのよ。今はユージがお世話になってるんだし。
The smile on JB's face bears a striking resemblance to Amani's up to no good expression. When most smirk like that, my experience suggests that events are about to take a markedly irritating turn.
それでどう？学生の恋愛ってくらいには青春してるの？
Are you seriously asking me that? Why is some pretty gossip old lady from across the street?
私はユージの保護者なんだから、そっちの状況も把握しておくのは当然じゃない。
I already gave you what you actually needed to know, didn't I? I see no reason to volunteer anymore.
じゃあいいわ。代わりにサチに聞いちゃうから。
Well, great shot of ball with this. Okay, Jamie pulls Sachi away from my side, right around for the over his shoulder.
ねえサチ、お姉さんにこっそり教えてほしいんだけど、もうユージとはキスしたの？
Look, you know.
幼い頃に頬へのチューはしたことがあるのですが、付き合い始めてからはまだになります。
じゃあもしかしてまだ手もつないでいなかったり？
はい、他にもハグや甘噛みといった恋人らしい行為には及んでいません。
甘噛みが恋人らしいかどうかは検討の余地があるとして、まだ手もつないでないってことは相当大事にされてるわね、サチは。
そうなのでしょうか。
そうよ、ユージなんて隙を見せたらすぐにガオーって襲ってくるんだから。
もしそうだとしたら少し意外です。
Stop feeding her lies, woman.
ほら、嘘じゃないでしょ。
そうなんですか、ゆうくん。
As she speaks, Sachi stares at me with eyes clear and bright as glass beads. Alright, I'm going to say this. When Jamie starts talking like a familiar stage magician, you really should take any stage seriously.
はい、わかりました。
サチの返事はこう聞いてる方が心配になってくるくらい素直な返事ね。
But you could say that one of her good points.
そうだったわね。でもサチのおかげであなたたちが清い交際をしていることは分かったわ。
So you're satisfied now, right? Better get back before the breast starts walking.
隙があればすぐに追い返したがるんだから。
But you are actually reason to visit ideas things soon and untimely.
それならあさってあたりに仕事が入りそうだから予定は空けておくようにね。
Did I miss something? What? Well, you have actually reason to visit. I don't think I treat you unkindly. If that was the point of this visit, she should have took a time getting around to mention it. Alright, send me the details when you can.
もちろん。じゃあんまり二人の仲を邪魔しても悪いし、私はそろそろ職場に戻るわね。
私は Yeah, just to miss Jamie said to a driver sees a cranky horse.
それからサチ、
なんでしょう。
ユージは寝相が悪いから一緒のベッドで寝るときは気をつけた方がいいわよ。
はい、わかりました。
それじゃあ二人ともまたねー。
またね。After teasing us one final time, Jamie rolls out her windows and spreads out in a sheer burst of sound pollution. Okay, just to be clear, I don't toss or turn in my sleep.
確かに、ゆうくんは立ったまま寝ていそうなイメージでした。
That's a bit over the top, but anyway, do you finally understand how to talk to that woman at the first word?
でも、ゆうくんのことを心配して顔を出してくれたんですから、誠実な人なのではないでしょうか。
Maybe if she could resist the impulse of screw around like that.
なるほどです。
More importantly, about the date.
今日はゆうくんがデートのプランを考えてくれるんですよね。
Dad, thought we do walk around some stores. Sorry.
買い物ですか？
Right, window shopping, as they call.
つまり、ゆうくんは窓が欲しかったんですね。
Pretty decent. Try that one on the veteran marine who got through the sick of constantly floating around in iron tubs and you probably get a drunken roar of laughter.
冗談を言ったつもりはないのですが。
Right, I keep forgetting she's a natural at this. Anyway, I did take my best step and think our appropriate first day here. Is the shopping plan all alright by you?
はい、ゆうくんとのお買い物デート、とても楽しみです。
Good, in that case, let's make our preparations. Let me out here in time.
はい、わかりました。
Now you guys at the stores, windows from the left and right. Sachi suffered slightly forwards, completely lost in their own little world. It came straight to the shopping mall area down the station and planned, but Sachi's boyfriend had taken a dramatic turn of some sort in the course of the last 50 minutes. As the little experiments I tried to stop quietly, my choice completely over, Sachi continues to walk briskly down the sidewalk. Hey, Sachi!
すみません、私今ぼーっとしていました。
Don't see that every day. Don't see that every day. Something on your mind?
そのゆうくんとハルデラさんのことを考えていました。
Is this jealous? Me and JB.
はい。
Not to repeat myself, but if there's something on your mind, you can go ahead and say it.
それが私も何をゆうくんに聞きたいのかがよくわかりません。
The hell? Such is mentioned so amazing, so amazingly unhelpful that I don't think this point a little cuddly. Sorry, can you try to go into a little more detail?
学園を出たあたりから仲良くしているゆうくんとハルデラさんの映像が私の頭の中に浮かんできたのですが、そのことを考えているとマキちゃんに「サッチンはインランメイドなのよさ」と言われた時のような気持ちになって。
I see. Reason why I can infer from the sensation is a simple jealousy. And although that feeling is obviously the result of Jamie's malicious little pranks, Sachi probably isn't capable of recognizing either the cause or the effect for what they are. Alright, I've got some advice for you on this one, Sachi.
どんなことでしょうか。
File those feelings away and make sure you don't forget them. But for a moment, try not to let them bother you too much.
ゆうくんはとても難しいことを言うんですね。
It's pretty simple actually, just empty your head for now.
もしそうだとしたらどうして今は忘れた方がいいんでしょう。
Because you'll be able to enjoy the day that way.
なるほど、単純明快な上になぜかものすごい説得力です。
Yes. Feel any better?
はい、ゆうくんのおかげで喉に刺さっていた担当が取れた思いです。
That's a fact. The girl can lay a hyperboles on a little thick at times, but it sounds like this really was a lot on her mind. In any case, it's encouraging to see Sachi started to puzzle over things she doesn't understand.
では最初にゆうくんが欲しいものを見て回りましょう。
Something I want.
はい、私の方は特に購入を考えているものはありませんから。
The only thing that really comes to mind on the spur of the moment is book, but even there, I'm doing alright with Sakaki's leftover for the time being. Everything necessary for my job at Ichigai is provisioned to me from the good for the company stock or government supply goods. I can't give her any more, but I urgently need to get my hands on it at the moment. But if I really stretch things a bit, there's a new book they are making overseas that I've been wanting to try out, I guess.
それは困りました。海外への渡航にはパスポートが必要になるので申請に時間がかかってしまいます。
In other words, if the prep time was an issue, these girls will hesitate to launch an international expedition as part of the casual shopping trip. As I tried to come up with something else I'm interested in buying, I caught glanced over at Sachi walking quietly at my side in full maid uniform. No matter how accustomed she is to that thing, it's downright mind-boggling that she can wear a heavy multi-layer outfit in this heat without shedding even a drop of sweat.
ゆうくん、もしかして今俺が欲しいのは小峰幸の体だ。うえへへと目で合図を送りましたか？
No, you did not.
そうですか。
That is so. That says she's not entirely off base since my idea does concern her body. Alright, how about I buy you some clothes to complement that body of yours?
私の服ですか？
Yeah, I had this thought earlier, but wearing a long sleeve maid uniform in the dark days of summer isn't really in the spirit of things.
それなら夏場用のトロピカルが。
No. Right, sure, I'm willing to bet it's still going long. It's still got long sleeves.
はい。長い野戦の間、マラリア原虫を媒介しようとする蚊から身を守るために必要不可欠な機能になりますので。
Wow. They do say good. 2/3 of the troops battle over New Guinea pig and are afflicted with malaria, but at present I'm fairly sure that Anopheles minimus mosquitoes capable of spreading the disease that can't be found anywhere in Japan other than small region of Okinawa.
他にも亜熱帯地方では。
Okay, whatever. For now, let's just take a look in that stores over there. Come on.
はい。こんなに買ってもらっていいのでしょうか。
As we leave the store, Sachi pauses an anxious question, glancing down at the shopping bags dangling from both her hands. Oh, well and good, and I desire to buy her clothes, but even my average reading habits never extend to female-oriented fashion magazines. I was largely clueless on this one. For lack of a better plan, I end up indiscriminately buying everything recommended by a saleswoman who spoke something just barely qualifies Japan. According to Jamie, women can never have too many clothes.
それはみちる様もよくおっしゃっていますが、私は全くお金を払っていないので、これをいただくのはとても悪い気がします。
No need to worry about that. Fortunately, I got a part-time job, so buying a few presents for my girlfriend isn't anything out of ordinary.
それはそうなのですが。
Personally speaking, I consider buying you clothes money well spent. If you're saying you don't want them, feel free to use them as wage when you clean it. I won't hesitate against you.
それは絶対にありません。雑巾にするくらいなら腹巻きにしてでも身につけます。
Then I guess there's no problem. In that case, why don't you wear those clothes every once in a while to the degree that it doesn't interfere with the pre-existing request about your maid uniform?
それもなかなか難しい注文です。
No, it's pretty simple. Why don't you just wear them when you feel like wearing them?
私が着たいと思った時に着ればいい。
Repeating my words like a parrot, Sachi closes her eyes in thought. In relation to my final objective, giving her this present is something of a test, but it's also generally true that I want to see Sachi in normal clothes for once. Alright, next I guess we can just wander around for a while. I take a step over, but Sachi doesn't budge.
ゆうくん、ありがとう。ありがとう、ゆうくん。
When Sachi speaks those plain words, a memory flashes before my eyes. Thank you. Apart from my family, Sachi was the one and only person in my claustrophobic little world who said those words to me on my regular basis. For Sachi, my wear has been nothing but a simple expression of gratitude for the praises I lavished on her. But for me, every thank you offered me heartwarming relief from the feelings of impurity and worthlessness that otherwise defined that period of my life. Yes, this is what I felt also. Maybe it was just a childish misconception on my part, the grounded self-centered delusion. But if as thought, she was telling me, you're alright as you are. It's alright for you to be here. Yeah. Watching Sachi answer my curt grunts of acknowledgement with a happy smile, I realized that whatever else has changed over the years, that feeling is still the same, that warmth still rises to the surface. Even that alone, I think Sachi is a special present in my life. Alright Sachi, let's get going.
はい。
Glad we managed to find something that got your interest as well.
はい。みちる様にぴったりなサメさんのリボンも見つかって大満足です。
We wandered endlessly through a few other stores until we stumbled upon the item in question. Her price in hand, Sachi smiled triumphantly at me as we left the shop. So what is that thing made from shark skin?
いえ、素材の方ではなく、こうして輪を作った時にサメさんが大口を開けているように見えるデザインらしいのですが、ハート型に似た歯の形状からモチーフになっているサメさんがホウジロザメではなくイタチザメであることが判別できるあたり、匠のこだわりを感じさせます。
That's all. If Mitchell is really looking to complement that sparkly pouch of hers with this sort of realistic natural design, she got a fairly inconsistent fashion sense. Well, now that we've brought something, I guess it's about time we head back to the door. Yes, it's about time.
そうですね。
But when I changed the subject, Sachi responded somewhat distracted. She turned her head slightly to one side, followed her gaze to a bus-stop bench where the man lying down with his head in his girlfriend's lap.
なあ、これってやっぱ恥ずかしくねえか？
そこがいいじゃん。
There's a good bit of distance between us, so I can't hear the conversation that well. But the atmosphere over there seems very nice. From all the pairs, they are comforting the height of a honeymoon phase. When I look back, Sachi is still boring holes into the pair of her eyes. After Jerry's suggested first day this morning, she might as well have developed some curiosity about this sort of physically romantic action. Something's on your mind?
いえ、少しバス停の方を眺めていただけですから。
If you say so. Judging from that oddly vague answer, it seems she doesn't want me to know she was looking at the couple in particular. Okay, let's head back.
はい、そうしましょう。
By the time we reached the campus, Sachi got her head completely in the clouds again. This would be the second time in the last few hours. Considering she's normally alert enough to come running when someone calls her name, this is definitely an unusual state of affair.
膝枕、抱き枕に氷枕。
Ah, so that's it. Although it's actually a little worrisome that she just transferred this time, she clearly just got herself up to the lap pillow concept. Hey Sachi,
はい、なんでしょう。
want me to guess what you're thinking about right now?
それは何かの勝負のお誘いでしょうか。
No, nothing like that. I'm just pretty sure I know what's on your mind at the moment. Want to see if I'm on the money?
それが本当だとしたらすごいです。ぜひ当ててみてください。
Alright, I will get straight to the answer. Sachi, you are currently thinking about trying out the classic leg pillow maneuver, right?
むにょ。
Wanyo. Judging from that goofy little yap, she genuinely wasn't expecting this answer. Can I take that to mean I'm correct?
はい。何のヒントも出していない状態での大正解に心臓のバクバクが止まりません。
No hints, huh?
以前にもユウくんはエスパーなのではないかと疑ったことがありますが、今回は特にすごいです。
Actually, in this case, I'm pretty sure anyone with a functional set of ears could have produced the same supernatural insight.
つまりユウくんの手にかかれば私は常に丸裸ということになってしまいます。
Considering how solid you make this sound, you seem remarkably calm.
そんなことはありません。こう見えて心はドキドキです。
Okay then, why don't we step that lump looping up a notch?
ドキドキドキですか？
Can't say exactly how many extra dumps we will get, but since you're interested, I officially propose we give this lap pillow a try. Don't heck me. Convenient enough, there is a setting idea for the purpose close at hand. I point to one of the benches that dot the courtyard, sitting in the shade of a tall tree.
確かにベンチはありますが。
All these bags end up being slightly heavier than expected, so it'd be nice to rest my arms a little as well. Of course, my arms are even slightly sore, and the door's right in front of us, but no need to mention that.
そうですね。あまり無理をさせるのは良くないですし、休憩ということでしたら。
Alright, sounds like the matter decided. I pulled Sachi over to the bench, then sat down in the classic lap pillow pose as previously demonstrated by the couple in town.
本当に膝枕もするのでしょうか？
Yeah, ignorant as I may be about these matters, I do not know the basic theory behind the lap pillows. Leave the rest to me. Alright, success. Oh. Sachi faces stare out from my lap, frozen with all the meek anxiety of a terrifying kitten. Well, what are your impressions now that you're experiencing the real deal?
ユウくんの膝は硬すぎず、それでいて柔らかすぎず、まさに絶妙の枕加減なのですが、ごく一般的な膝枕というのは女性の方が男性の頭を膝の上に乗せるものなのではないでしょうか。
Now that you mention it, the man was the one lying down at the bus stop, wasn't he?
なのでこの膝枕はどちらかというと少し特殊な部類に入ると思われます。
Huh. You will consider which of us should be the pillow and which is the pillow. But if you want to take the opposite one, we can switch.
そうですね。せっかくのお言葉なのですが、それはやめておきます。
You sure about that?
よく考えたら、ユウくんが枕役をやるというのもこれっきりかもしれないですから。
I see, yeah, I guess you could look at it that way.
はい。
No Sachi offers that they response to take a gust as wind rolls through the shake courtyard. The legal breeze not so strong as it to be irritating, but enough to bring a pleasant cool.
風が気持ちいいですね。
Yes, look at her smile. That's it.
セミさんも泣き始めました。
Yeah.
ゆうくんの顔がすぐそばにあります。
If it was behind your eyes, we have a problem.
そうですね。
Sachi pulled her feelings into words as they come to her. I offer brief, meaningless responses. At some point in this trivial little exchange, a smile spreads across Sachi's face, and I began to feel the sort of simple tranquility that comes with the cradle of purring cat on your lap. Hey Sachi, you enjoyed the date today?
はい、とても楽しかったです。
No hesitation.
もちろん即答です。だって実際に楽しかったですから。
Even though we just wandered around by the station?
はい。ゆうくんと一緒にたくさんお店を回れた上に、可愛い服まで買っていただきました。
Well, I'm glad you had fun, but you really are easy to please, aren't you?
実際のところはそうでもないかもしれませんよ。
Oh, elaborate.
だって今はこうして彼氏さんに枕役をやらせているんですから。
So you are. True enough, if someone saw this little scene out of the context, they probably just get the impression that Sachi is wearing the pants in this relationship. But since you had that rare opportunity handed to you, how about you relax and savor it for a while?
はい、ありがとうございます。
As she speaks, Sachi lets the tension drain out of her body, and I feel a little more weight settle in my lap. It feels almost like a physical manifestation of absolute trust I had shown the many brothers on the job, but none of them were quite this relaxing to bear. If you feel like it, you can go ahead and take a nap.
それはとても魅力的な提案なのですが、ドキドキして眠れそうにありません。
In that case, just close your eyes and take it easy. Apparently, that alone about 80% as effective as actual sleep.
そんなことまで知ってるなんて、ゆうくんは本当にすごいです。
Look, I'm sure I told you this before. The power people who really deserve praises are the scientists who ran the studies, not the guy who read about them in some book.
それでもその内容を覚えていたのはゆうくんです。
You really are going to budge on this, aren't you?
はい、どうしてもそうなります。
And she seems to be very, very pleased about it for some reason. This habit of overestimating me to the point of veneration is one part of Sachi that doesn't seem to be changing. Walking down the streets, chatting with your romantic interests, going shopping together, brushing against your mom, and ultimately offering that your lap as a pillow. I remember seeing this sort of innocent flirting between couples in manga and television show as a kid. I had to imagine the day might come when I actually experienced something of the sort. And in fact, I was certain never would have if I wasn't for Sachi. I was able to experience this tranquil feeling because of her, because I met her as a kid, because we were united here, because she agreed to date me. This unlikely moment came to pass. Thanks, Sachi. Sleep already. Kawaii. When the words split naturally from my mouth, answered by nothing but the sound of the carefree young woman sawing logs. Thought you were sleepy, punk. That didn't take long considering. But then again, seeing Sachi like this, the way her lively excitement gave way to this abrupt nap, is a keen, almost painful reminder of the tomboyish, unpredictable girl she used to be.
そこにいるのは風見くんよね。
When I raised my head in response to this tentative inquiry, I see Sakaki standing in the shade nearby, a paperback book in hand. Hey there, Sakaki, back from sharing your complaints regarding our profane word to a local crowd.
人を魔女のように言わないでもらえるかしら。
Sorry, just a little joke.
機嫌がいいのは結構だけれど、そこで寝ているのは小峰さんよね。
Yeah, momentum from the shopping day ended up getting us in a slightly weird direction. Decided to try out the pillow lap thing.
それは見ればわかるけど、これはとても珍しい光景ね。
As soon as the words are out of Sakaki's mouth, she leaning quietly forward, peering at us with a special evident curiosity. Guess the man being the pillow is pretty unusual after all, huh?
ああ、いや、そういう意味ではなくて、私は小峰さんが眠っているってことに驚いているのよ。
What is that supposed to mean?
私はこれまでに小峰さんが居眠りをしているところを見たことがなかったから。
Another unbroken streak of hers, is it?
ええ。 と言っても、もちろん夜になれば自室のベッドで休んでいるのは知っているけれど、こうしてうたた寝をしている小峰さんを見るのは初めてね。
That a fact?
ええ、だから意外だったのよ。
Makes sense. Yet another sign of how strictly Sachi governs her own behavior.
それにしても気持ちよさそうな寝顔をしているわね。
When we did spend a good while wandering around the stores this afternoon, she was probably a little tired.
それくらいでは小峰さんは居眠りしないと思うわよ。
Then what did?
よほどあなたの膝の上が気持ちよかったんでしょうね。
Sakaki smiles gently at her own joke, fairly uncommon, both the smile and the fact that she made a joke in the first place. Oh, you're interesting. How about giving it a try yourself? When I offer a little slight teasing at its payback, Sakaki faces instantly go to sleep. Of course, you have to get such information first, but
それは
絶対にダメです。
at the sudden anger shove for my leg, Sakaki scrambles a few feet that was completely flustered.
もしかして起きていたの？
I wonder.
マグロマンはビームを使わずにその身を削るところがかっこいいんですから。
No, she's pretty clearly not.
なら今のは寝言？
Yeah, it seems that way.
そう。やっぱり小峰さんには底知れない恐ろしさがあるわね。
You really way too much into this.
まあ周防さんや松島さんも出かけているみたいだし、邪魔者はこれで消えるわね。
And where is Makina-chan? With those parting words delivered in an uncharacteristically tranquil tone, Sakaki turns away and quietly makes her way to the door. I'm permitted to while my time as a human pillow for the moment, but 2 days from now, Ichigai job is waiting for me. That was the way of life I choose, and I don't plan on trying to back out this late in the game. But surely no one's could hold it against me if I enjoy this feeling a little longer, at least until she wakes up. And yes, I think we are done for today. I think there's still no sign of an ending. Walls have ears, shoji have eyes. It's a long standard for provoke in this country. And in the moderns of time when minuscule spies cameras can be mounted on mosquito is truer than ever. Since such electronic bugs are significantly more credible and accurate than an ear against the door, you could say the advance of science have only worsened the ancient problem of information security. And since even this isolated community known as Miyama Academy is no exception to the general time, let down your guard for even moment and you will suffer the consequences. End the episode here, my friend. Thank you for watching my video.
セーブするわ。
My video just for fun. Don't take heart, brothers and sisters. Magic word time. Adios, Famosa. Servicing the main.